Hey everyone, it's Kayla from The Casual Crafter, and today we're going to be doing even more Valentine's Day DIYs using mostly Dollar Tree items. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around and let's go ahead and get right into the video. So here I'm just taking this frame I used in a previous DIY and I'm just popping out the back. And then I'm taking some scrapbook paper with some white shiplap and I'm just going to cut that out to size. It's just a square shape. This was a frame I got at Dollar Tree a while ago. So I'm just going to glue that scrapbook paper down just using a glue stick. Once that's glued down, I'm going to be taking this rose wood shape that I got at Walmart. And I'm going to be staining it using Valentine stain in dark walnut. You can use any stain you want or you could paint it. I used a cloth and I made sure I got in all the little crevices the best I could. I recommend wearing gloves if you're going to stain. Once it's all done, I'm going to be putting it all together, putting that shiplap background back in the frame. And then I'm going to be just hot gluing this rose shape, lining it up, and gluing it in the center of the frame. And there you have it. Here I'm just taking a little shadow box from Dollar Tree, and I'm taking a little ornament that I got from Walmart. They were mini ornaments this year. I'm going to be sanding down and cutting off that top part from the top and busting out the back of it. Sanding down the front so that when I paint over it, it doesn't show as bad and it sticks a little better. I'm just going to be using Waverly chalk paint in the color Ballet Slipper. It's a light pink color. I'm just going to be making sure I get some good coverage on that little square back. I did end up giving it 2 coats. Then I'm going to remove the little hanger from the mini tobacco basket ornament. It's just a jute hanger, and then it has this little bow with it. I just tied that jute into a little bow and glued it on top, and then glued that into the basket itself. And then I thought the ends were a bit long, so I decided to trim them a bit. And then I'm just going to reassemble the little box. You could go back over and paint that top edge white as well. And then I just glued the little basket in the middle. And I think this is really cute for like a tiered tray or something. Again, I'm taking another shadow box I got at Dollar Tree. I really like using these for different crafts. I think they turn out really well. I'm just going to be busting out the back of that using a little rubber mallet I got at Dollar Tree. Once I get that out, I'm going to make sure I sand the edges, get all the extra little pieces of paper off. And then I'm going to be removing the things from the top. They're stuck on there pretty well, so then I was trying to rip it off, but it wasn't coming off very well, so I just ended up sanding the whole thing. Once that's done, I'm just going to be taking a blank sheet of white paper and cutting it down to size to fit that frame. And I'm just going to be using a glue stick to glue that to the top. I'm going to be putting something over it. I just didn't want to paint this. I just took a regular sheet of printer paper. Then this I just printed out. I'm going to be gluing that to the square. I like to work in sections when I'm gluing so the glue doesn't dry too fast. Then I'm just going to be using this acrylic paint in Burnt Umber that I got at Walmart. And I'm going to try to give the edges of this sign more of a stained look, so I want you to see those like brush strokes and everything. I think it helps add to the like wood grain texture of it. So once I get that all done, I make sure I touch up any little mistakes I might have from holding it, and then I'm just going to glue the back into it. You may be thinking here, wow, she's using her bare hands to touch that hot glue. Yeah, I've gotten a little bit used to it over the years with crafting, but... And I think this goes really well with neutral Valentine's decor, or any decor you might have in your house. So this next one, I already cut this little hat out. I used a little bag that I had, I think from last year Valentine's Day. I really liked the pattern on it. I'm going to be using another bag as well. However, this didn't have the same pattern on it. I'm just going to be using the tan fabric off the back of it to make another hat. And if you haven't guessed already, these are going to be hats for some little gnomes. Once that's all cut out, I'm going to be using just my rotary blade. The edges don't have to be perfect because I'm going to fold those in. As you can see, it's not a perfect triangle either. I was just trying to use the most fabric that I could. And this, for me, doesn't have to be a super strong hold, so I'm just using some hot glue, and then I'm going to flip the hat inside out. I'm just going to use the end of a paintbrush to help me get the tip flipped. And then I'm going to be using these two little gnomes I got in the gray color from Dollar Tree in the wintertime. And this was kind of my idea the whole time, was to put different hats on them that you could change out for different seasons. And here I decided to cut up the middle of the beard and make one more have, I don't know, like braids or something, pigtails instead of a beard. And this was actually on the other side of one of those bags I had. You could just use a heart that Dollar Tree sells, a wooden heart they have this time of year. I'm just going to be using a couple popsicle sticks for these to give it a solid backing. Like I said, the wooden heart would work probably way better, but I didn't have any at the time when I made this, so. I'm just going to add a little piece on the back to help stabilize it a bit. I'm just going to be using some hook and loop fasteners that I got at Dollar Tree. I'm going to apply one on each side of the hat and then attach them inside the hat as well so that I can change it out for whatever holiday I want. And I did end up cutting the beard of the one with the pigtails into 3 strips and braiding them. And then I'm just going to be taping the little heart between them, mostly because I want to use these for other holidays as well. You could always glue them, or find a better option to have a temporary hold. But I thought these turned out super adorable. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and like and comment down below what your favorite thing I made today was. Also let me know if you decorate for Valentine's Day or if it's just one of those holidays you don't really decorate for at all. Thanks again. Bye!